remember in our upbringing, you know, somebody was questioning Christ about, you know, the law. And he said, the most important laws is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength. And the second law was to love each one as your own self. And that in fulfilling these two laws, you fulfill all the others automatically.
So it's being able to do that second one that I've been striving so hard. How do I truly see everyone as family? How, I know in one of your talks, I heard you say, you know, the heart is timeless, but here, how to make this active all the time is, I mean, it seems, I mean, outside of the surrendering, the becoming, that all this yoga that I'm practicing, all these meditations to try to do this so I can truly see all as family. I want that more than anything.
I will show you how. That second law, to love your neighbor as yourself, is the outcome of something else that has to happen first. If it's not the outcome, if it is to advise every human being to cultivate, and it has its goodness, to treat others, our conditioning also is an example of that from childhood. I'm very happy for some conditioning. The one that says you should treat the elders with respect and you should open the door, you don't just not for yourself, and if you go someplace as an invitation, don't take the highest seat and be humble in your way. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for those things. But when we say to love everyone as you love yourself, it really is a test, because I think it more exposes our inability as persons. You may try and you love everybody, particularly strangers, you love also in a wide way, but the more close it comes, you find you're not able to love for some people. And for others, the ones who are close, you can love, but one far away, you can't, you feel nothing for. It's so varied. How you can come to that place, I would say first, you must discover who you are. If you discover, as you discover your true place, love becomes automatic. All true good qualities manifest spontaneously in the awakened mind. Otherwise, we have to cultivate. Why cultivate? Because it's not the nature of the ego to be unselfish. The nature of the ego is to be selfish, to be fearful, insecure, judgmental, panic, all these things. So it is in the interest of mankind that he learns to and finds his own self, from which he has a natural universality, a natural compassion is flowing. It may take a little bit more maturing, but it really becomes more abundant as you come to know yourself. Why does this happen? It happens because you are no longer feeling threatened by life or by other beings. When you come home to recognize yourself, as you are here for this purpose, I hope, then as you come into that recognition, you'll find you're a much greater generosity of being. You're not afraid. And when you're not afraid, then love can come out. Love will not come when you are feeling fear. In the same way, as I said before, that if you're sitting in a company and you know you're sitting with 5 people and 3 of them, you know, don't like you, you cannot fall asleep in their company. You would never go and sleep in your enemy's house. You cannot do it. You have one eye open, one eye closed. You're not going to sleep because there's no trust and because there's fear. Then how can in such a place, how can there be love? Love comes when you don't have a trading love. You have a love in spite of even people judging you. You have a love for them, but not for their person. You see, you think you have to love a person's person. And that is very difficult, meaning the idea someone has about themselves. But when you know yourself, you find everyone lovable. You may not find their behavior lovable, but you know their inmost being because you know your inmost being. It is like that. It's how it's always been. Someone once said, I am not seeing the world as it really is. I'm seeing the world as I am. Everything begins in your I amness. As you come to recognize, to go beyond the superficial facade of a person and move back into the into the place of presence inside yourself, then all your fears will go. Knowledge will come. Relaxation will come. Openness will come. Silence will come. Or they will appear to come. They've always been there, in fact. Let's say they are unveiled rather than they come. They may be experienced as though they come, because you feel like you're discovering them again for the first time. So this thing, I so strongly, I love you for coming to say these things, so it gives a chance to really look at these things, that our real advancement as human beings is not only based upon our technological advancement, but upon the quality of our interaction as being, how we behave to each other, and if there really is love. If love is our climate, then I think we'll be fine. But if superstition, suspicion, fear, selfishness, we will not grow in the true way.
Your heart is the light of this world. It needs to just fully be seen. Bathe in the river of your being. You need not to be anything.
Your heart is the light of this world. Don't let your mind hide it forever.
But the flower no one can find. Your heart is the light of this world. It needs to just fully be seen. Om Hari 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 Om Hari Om Hari 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 Om Hari Om Hari Hari. Your heart is the light of this world. It needs to just fully be seen. Bathe in the river of your being. You need not to be anything. Peace and love is your fragrance, but the flower no one can find. Your heart is the light of this world. It needs to just fully be seen.